is asking, so I will keep everybody informed as I find out.
I'll be there, Kim. I switched my day.
Okay. He requested for Jim Gully, myself. I really thought he wanted you, Eileen.
I can come if need be. I know,
I know.
We're
Yeah, I'll
streaming live, guys.
Okay.
We're on, and we do have one member of the public in attendance, along with our guest, Kevin.
Excellent. Who's with us?
One attendee, Stephen Figueroa.
Okay. Mayor, is Monica joining us? Anyone else from the admin?
No, it'll just be Andy and myself tonight.
Very good. That's fine. I didn't want to start without particular people. Okay. Okay. Thank you for joining us. It is 6:02. I will open up the finance meeting officially, and joining us this evening. And I'll ask him to say a couple words before we do our moment of silence for Aishan. But Kevin Pryor, who was very close to Aishan and was one of his mentors and one of his coaches and friends with the family, is going to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. So if everyone could stand, and Kevin, you will be the only one with the vocal, and we'll all go on mute.
Okay.
And here
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
As already, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under the God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you so much, Kevin.
Thank you for the opportunity.
No problem. Stay with us. I'm going to do a quick roll call. Councilmember Gully.
I am here.
Wonderful. Councilmember Ash McPherson.
Present.
Councilmember Steele.
Present.
Councilmember Cummings.
Present.
Councilmember Zalewski.
Here.
Councilmember McDermott.
here.
Council President Mantello is here. We have all 7 present, and joining us tonight is our city clerk, Marge Rogan, our deputy comptroller, Andy Petrowski, and Mayor Madden. So thank you for joining us. I am going to, you'll see the approval of minutes, but as many folks know, it certainly was a very difficult and painful week for our city. We said goodbye here in the city of Troy to a saint, Father Vaughan, this past week. We also lost a very dear community member who volunteered for many causes, and a Capital Region musician, Josh Bloomfield. So I just want to recognize them. But more importantly, I wanted to really focus on an innocent young 11-year-old whose life was taken too soon, Aishan Davis. And after meeting with Aishan's parents yesterday, Latoya and Terrence, and attending a neighborhood memorial that Kevin Pryor sponsored. So I want to thank Kevin, who's with us tonight. And reflection, I just wanted to quickly talk about a couple things that I learned about Aishan and this beautiful soul. Many know he worked for Tony Buchanan from Jimmy's, and Tony described him as a young boy with an incredible work ethic. Others described Aishan as an activist at a very young age. Determination, inspiring, infectious smile. Aishan would say, you can accomplish anything if you put your mind to it. A couple of people called him a kid of the future. His brother, Austin, told me yesterday everybody loved him. He also said he would do anything for anyone, and he just wanted to help. I'll just end with something his mom and dad told me also. His mom told me that Aishan recently mentioned he wanted to go into the military and serve his country. She said Aishan would always say he was very interested in that. Aishan's dad also pulled me aside, and one of his requests was he wants to name Old 6th Ave Aishan's place. What he specifically said is when people take the turn by the corner store, he wants folks to remember his son, and he wants them to remember what happened. And if that can deter one act of violence, one drug deal, one type of any other violence, that's what it's for. We have that in the works, and I want to thank Rick Morrissey for helping that out. And so that is in the works. And I just want to end, anything was possible with Aishan, and we cannot and will not allow violence to take away our children. So at this point, I'll just hand it over to Kevin Pryor just to say a couple of words, and then we'll go into a moment of silence. Go ahead, Kevin. You're on mute.
I thought I was doing lip sync like Milli Vanilli. I just want to say he was a remarkable young man. His mom brought them to our program to keep them safe, you know, and that's the sad part, that they came to our program to be safe. And where he was on Old 6th Ave that evening, we had just ventured down there a few weeks ago to have a movie night. You remember we went to do a movie night, and since we were shut down under the bridge because of the bridge work, we figured we'd go down there and hang out, and we started playing kickball and stuff like that. But it was so painful that 11-year-old boy is caught up in the crossfires of senseless, duels for what, So I just want to say thank you for all that you guys are doing, and I would thank you individually, but you all know I really appreciate what you guys are doing, and you guys are going over and beyond to help out, and we can't turn the light off on this. That's why I started with the reward. We can't turn the light off on this. We got to keep the light on. If it's a strobe light, we just can't let this one go, because then it sends a really bad message to the people. So that's all I really have to say. Thank you for the opportunity of just being on here with you guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Kevin. And I'm not sure if anyone else wanted to add anything. Okay, we're going right now to take 2 minutes of a moment of silence for Aishan Davis. Thank you. Thank you. Kevin, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for
Thank you.
everything you do. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'll see you guys later. Be safe.
Same to you. Thank you. Okay. Before we get into the agenda, I thought it'd be a good time. We'll tackle this early. I want to mention that a couple of us have been working hard to get updates on a number of issues regarding public safety. And one of the issues that many of us have been working on during our prior term and going into this term with COVID are the surveillance cameras. And I did receive word, I think Andy, COVID delayed it a bit, but the Troy Police Department has chosen a vendor. They've sent it over to Andy. Andy is working on legislation with the mayor, and we should have legislation for our October 1st meeting. I do plan to have a finance prior to the regular meeting. In addition to that, we've talked about a number of other updates such as body cams, the Police Objective Review Board, the Reimagine City Council Working Group, and all of that, and much, much more in terms of the increased gun violence and neighborhood violence in our city and the capital region will be discussed at the upcoming public safety meeting. And I'll just pass it along to our public safety chair just to give us a quick update. Thank you, Councilmember McDermott.
I have been in communication with our mayor, and a public safety meeting will be scheduled for Tuesday, September 29th at 6 p.m. And as Carmela, our council president, said, we have some things that she would like on the agenda, but we are still working on that now for the meeting.
Thank you, Councilmember McDermott. And I do know that the mayor, you're also working on a presentation with the chief of police, I believe, correct? Okay. So moving along, did anyone want to discuss anything else regarding the upcoming public safety meeting? And if not, I'll go right into the order of business. Okay. All right. Approval of minutes. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Councilmember Zaluski. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second, Councilmember Gully. Discussion on the approval? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, presentation of the agenda. We only have three items, I apologize. 2 ordinances and a resolution. The public forum, we have no one signed up, and I'll just verify that again with Mara.
Yeah, that's correct. As of 3 p.m. today, there was no one signed up for the public forum.
Okay. Local laws, none. Ordinance 70, ordinance authorizing a credit for any penalty imposed for city water or city sewer charges that are paid during the month of October 2020. Council President Mantello, at the request of the administration, do I have a motion?
Motion.
Motion, Councilmember Zaluski. Do I have a second?
Second.
We have a couple people. Councilmember Cummings, I believe, beat you to the punch. Councilmember Ash McPherson, and I'll just let Andy, I do just want to note, we did get an update regarding the COVID economic impact on our budget at the last finance and regular meeting. And we are doing and continue to do a number of things to ensure that we are not putting the lost revenue on the backs of the taxpayers, and additionally, that we are continuing our services, and we have a freeze on non-essential workers. And so I'll throw it over to Andy. This is another recommendation proposal that will hopefully get some revenue in the door.
Yeah, so this is as I had discussed last week. If this passes, if an outstanding water bill is paid in the month of October, we will adjust off any penalties that have accrued for city water and city sewer charges. As of the other day, there was over $1.2 million outstanding on water charges. That's just pretty substantial amount, given the time of year and where we are with the billing. Not to get too far in the weeds, but just so that one of the main reasons we're doing, it's a win-win for the city and the residents who have outstanding bills. The big win for the city on this is to avoid the re-levy of a substantial dollar amount. For those who don't know, the general fund has to make the garbage fund, the sewer fund, and the water fund whole on all re-levies. The thought of the general fund having to make $1.2 million, pay $1.2 million, regardless of the split on that between city water, city sewer, and county sewer. Obviously, we only make the city portion whole, but that's a substantial dollar amount when looking at the budget for next year. So we are hopeful that this will entice residents who have an outstanding bill to pay in the month of October.
Thank you, Andy. And it's pretty much similar to the parking ticket amnesty, right?
It's same thinking along those lines.
Perfect. So we have a motion, we have a second on the discussion.
Council President,
Yes, Councilmember Zalewski.
just a question. You mentioned the parking amnesty. Where does that stand? Or is that still active, or has that expired?
So that expired as of September 15th. So on Tuesday, that expired. FBS did reach out to me to discuss next steps. Hoping to talk to them tomorrow or early next week to see what they have in mind and what they recommend we do moving forward. We did get some money in on it. I can send you the numbers once I have them, the final numbers to the council. And we'll evaluate next steps forward for parking tickets as well.
Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Further questions, discussion? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? All right, ordinance 70 carries 7-0. Ordinance 71, ordinance approving projects and authorizing the allocation of City Council Neighborhood Improvement Program funds. Council President Mantello, or Council Member Steele, Council President Mantello, do I have a motion?
Make a motion.
Motion, Council Member Zalewski, do I have a second?
Second.
Second, Council Member Steele. And I want to thank the subcommittee of Council Member Steele, Council Member Gully, and Council Member Cummings. We did receive, let's see, we received 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 requests, and we are funding 6 really great projects. So I'll hand it over to the subcommittee chair, Council Member Steele. You want to go into these quickly?
Certainly. We received from the East Side Neighborhood Group an expansion of what they've been doing with their planters to include fall flowers. And so they will continue to brighten the boundaries of that district and the Ward 5 monument. So they were awarded 500. The Freer Park Conservancy asked for funds for a new flagpole and a slide for the playground. So they were awarded 1,000. The Friends of Lots of Hope in the Osgood South Troy area asked for plants for the park there, and that's for 1,000. Team Hero, Jerry Ford has asked for funding for picnic tables, grill, painting, flowers for the park at 3rd and Canal. And so he was awarded almost 1,000. Troy and Bloom also awarded almost 1,000 for fertilizer, mulch, soil, and plants for the downtown planners. And Betty DeNovo with 9/11 Memorial Park in Lansingburg also awarded money for flowers for that park. And I think we all saw recently at the ceremony how beautiful that memorial is.
They truly do an incredible, incredible job there, really. Okay, we have a motion, we have a second, and, saying that these certainly boost morale, they restore pride in many of our neighborhoods. And I think all of us are pretty psyched about these projects. We do have about $2,500 left over. And if you'd like, Councilmember Cummings and all, I know a lot of folks have ideas for that, for neighborhood improvement projects. We could put that on the agenda for the October 1st finance to discuss if you'd like.
Sure. Yeah, we discussed it some as a group and some the other day. Essentially looking at an expansion of some of the work Kim and Jim were working on around alley adoption and encouraging folks to clean up the alleys right around their house. I think there's an opportunity for some micro granting of supplies to folks to be able to enhance that program and really grow the scale of it and the impact of it across our community to make sure that everyone has the resources they need to clean up around them.
I think it's an awesome proposal. Maybe, I'm not sure if you wanted to just draft something short up. I think that'd be helpful.
Sure.
Okay. Sound
Yeah,
good?
I need to find a chance to meet with Mara in the next couple of days to go over how the purchasing process would actually work. But we'll make that work.
Okay. Further discussion?
Council President?
Yes, Councilmember Zaluski.
So I just wanted to thank the committee. I'm very pleased to see both Osgood projects being awarded funding. We had our most recent Osgood neighborhood meeting at the Lots of Hope parcel. It's looking awesome, and the investment, I think, is really helping the neighborhood. In fact, while we had the meeting there, some kids and adults that were out playing basketball and doing some other activities came over and started participating in the meeting. And you always wonder when someone new comes by, are they going to stick with it? But we just had another neighborhood meeting last night, and several of the people that just popped in at the Osgood meeting a week or so ago came to this meeting as well. So we're getting more people that are investing in the neighborhood, and that's awesome. So I think these are small amounts of money, but these investments, first of all, it shows that we're partnering with the community members that are taking a leadership role in driving these projects forward, and they really appreciate it, and it does have an impact. So thank you for everyone for spending your time on reviewing these and allocating funding to these projects.
Awesome. And, I've said it a million times, but, they are small dollar amounts, but they domino into much, much bigger projects, and certainly really brings that pride to the community and neighborhood. And I think this year with COVID and many of the other issues that folks are facing, it's very welcomed in the neighborhood. So great partnership. Further discussion? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, 7-0. Ordinance 71 passes. We'll hit Resolution 95. This is a resolution reporting the standard workday for certain elected and appointed employees. Council President Mantello, do I have a motion?
Make a motion.
Motion, Councilmember Zaluski. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second, Councilmember Gully. Discussion. This is required by New York State local retirement system. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, Resolution 95 carries 7-0. I will take a motion to adjourn. Do not leave. We have 4 minutes until our special meeting. So do I have a motion?
Motion to adjourn.
Motion, Councilmember Zaluski. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second, I see two fingers. Councilmember Ash McPherson, peace. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? All right, we're going to adjourn and be back in 3 minutes. Thank you.
Sue, can you hear me? I just
Yes.
want to say thank you. I would just like to thank you for your hard work at pulling the NIP together and what a great job you've done this year.
Oh, thank you. It's, Mara makes it easy. She does a great job.
Mara's a very talented person. I'm glad she's on our team.
Yep, absolutely. I did receive criticism today via email that it doesn't represent much from Lansingburg. And so I was going to suggest that maybe this person who does not live in Lansingburg could reach out to you. And I mean, these are tough times. And
Absolutely. I had the Lansingburg Little League said they put in their application. I don't know where it got lost in transition, but they never put it in. I've been to the president of the Little League 3 different times. So it's on the organization's shoulders to get these applications in and figure out what their projects are. We've approached the neighborhood association, and that unfortunately, with everything going on, we can tell it was lackluster all throughout the city compared to what we're used to seeing.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that these organizations stepped up. It's really powerful to see that they don't let a lot of things get in their way to accomplish. And I hope that, next time we have better results, but I'm very excited about the Alley Allies program and moving that forward. And Anash, I appreciate that because I think that, together we can make a better city with better alleys, and that'll be important to us.
Right.
Definitely. Sorry. Yes.
that's,
I happen to have this out from the cleanup we did the other day, but yeah, they work really well. I got a chance to test it out at the cleanup the other day a little bit more, and it definitely makes. So it's essentially.
Hey guys, we're live, and we should do that in a meeting.
All right, we'll talk about it in the meeting.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes,
Thanks.
I'll show it to you later. But
All
yes,
right.
it helps. Helps with the cleanup
Do a
process.
display in my yard.
yeah.
Yeah.
He'll provide a demonstration for you, Jim.
That's what I'm thinking. I got a
Let
big
me know
yard.
next time there's a little extra litter littered around your yard, and
Yeah,
we'll come.
I'll
we'll
throw
come
some
clean it up.
around just to get you up here.
Kind of similar, what I was comparing it to is the Adopt a Fire Hydrant program that I proposed last year, and the Adopt, if you notice, DOT has a really cool program, Adopt a Highway and things like that. It would be on a smaller level of adopting an alleyway. It's really
Yep.
cool.
Yep.
All right, and then Councilmember Cummings can do a promo for us in demonstration.
There we go.
We are live still, and I believe everyone is back. I will wait for our Deputy Comptroller, our Mayor, and just for the record, we also have our Corporation Counsel with us. All of the items on the special meeting agenda, just FYI, have passed the finance meeting, and I will open up our special meeting this evening, and I will ask Councilmember Cummings to lead us in the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Councilmember Cummings. Mara, if you could do the roll call, that'd be wonderful.
Councilmember Gully,
Still here.
Councilmember McPherson, Ash McPherson,
Still here.
Councilmember Steele,
Still present.
Councilmember Cummings.
Present.
Councilmember Zaluski,
Here.
Councilmember McDermott,
Here.
Council President Mantello.
I am here.
7 present, none absent.
Thank you, Mara. Presentation of the agenda, as mentioned earlier, the 2 items on our special meeting have passed the finance meeting, which happened at 6 p.m. this evening. We have no local laws, and I will double check. No one is signed up for the public forum, correct?
That's correct. As of 3 p.m. today, there was no one signed up for the public forum.
Great. Thank you, Mara. We have no local laws. We'll go right into Ordinance 70.
Ordinance authorizing a credit for any penalty imposed for city water or city sewer charges that are paid during the month of October 2020. Council President Mantello at the request of the administration.
Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Motion, Councilmember Zaluski. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second, Councilmember Gully. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed?
Ordinance 70 passes 7 ayes, 0 noes.
Thank you. Ordinance 71.
Ordinance approving projects and authorizing the allocation of neighborhood improvement program funds. Councilmember Steele, Council President Mantello.
Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Motion, Councilmember Zaluski. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second, Councilmember Gully and Councilmember McPherson. Discussion. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed?
Ordinance 71 passes 7 ayes, 0 noes.
Okay, before we adjourn, does anyone have any announcements, any discussion? Okay, I will take a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion, Councilmember Zaluski. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second, on the discussion, I just want to remind folks, 2 quick things, housekeeping. I just thought of, we will be coming out with our budget meetings, budget hearings, budget workshops. We are blocking out the month of October. The mayor is due to file the proposed budget by October 15th. So after that, you will be seeing, or October 10th, I believe, sorry, you will be seeing lots of meetings scheduled. And so stay tuned. That will be announced though early next week. And as mentioned earlier in the finance, Council Member McDermott, the chair of the public safety, we have a meeting scheduled, which the public knows will go out in the agenda for September 29th, Tuesday, I believe at 6 p.m. But that notice will be going out to us. So thank you everyone for joining us. We love you, Aishan, and good night, everyone. All in favor of adjourning?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
And remember to do the census if you haven't.
Yeah. Thank you, Council Member.
Last final countdown.
Yep. Okay, Mara, we have a 7-0 adjourning, and good night, everyone.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Yep.
Short and sweet.